Hello, welcome to UK Game Network. I'm Brian, also known as UK Jane Zoidberg. I've actually been away this week at the Timeless Gaming Convention, so I've not had time to make my usual Amiga-style content for you for this Friday. So I thought instead I would bring you a quick look at this new version of an Amiga classic. Just like they did with Rough and Tumble, which last month. This comes from a developer called Almost There Games, who you can follow on itch.io. And basically what they've done is they've taken an Amiga game and modernised it by making it available in widescreen. And in order to play it, you will need to download the original ADF files, which fortunately, in the case of Superfrog, you can do through the Dream 17 fan website. So let's just get on and play it, shall we? So when you go to select new game, you get a choice of a brand new easy mode, which has a better jump, and game over will restart at the current level that you've reached, or there is a classic mode, more like the original, which has the original jump, and your game over restarts you from the very beginning of the game. So let's go for the classic mode, shall we? So here we are. As you can see, the game did stretch itself out into widescreen. And not only that, but because I'm playing this with a joypad, I can press A to jump. Now, if you are a regular viewer of this channel, then you are probably aware that I don't regard Superfrog in the same high regard that some people do. And it's not that I think it's a bad game, it's just that I think it's a disappointing one, in that there are certain elements... Oh, hang on, there's a platform over there. Ah, so because it's widescreen, there's a platform now that I could see over here that I could never see before. But yeah, it's a game that always disappointed me, because it was never quite as good as it could be. Because obviously the graphics are fantastic, the music by Alistair Brimble is fantastic. It was just let down by various things like level design and... So I think opening the game out into widescreen certainly fixes one of those issues. And I think the being able to press an A button to jump makes it slightly more playable as well. And obviously when the game loads up, it defaults to a CRT filter, which is what you can see it running in now. I'll leave it on this for a moment, and then I'll show you what the options are. Well, I think the widescreen image does really work incredibly well for this game, just like it did for Rough and Tumble. So there you go. I can now exit the level. And always at the end of each level you have the option to gamble away your points to try and get more. Not sure whether this element of the game would mean that it would get a higher age rating from PEGI or not. Probably do. It probably would. So not only do you press the A button to jump, you also press the X button on your controller, if it's an Xbox controller, to fire off your weapon. So I always felt that the S power-ups that force your character to stop mid-run were a gameplay element that Team 17 probably put in when they realised that the level design wasn't quite working. But I genuinely think that that this soundtrack is Alistair Brimble's best on the Amiga. And when you consider some of the games that he's done, that's saying something. want to flap your wings for the flying power up that you pick up, that also is on the X button. Not sure whether some people would think that the widescreen view spoils things a little bit by the fact that you can actually see some bonus areas that you wouldn't have been able to see otherwise. But if I go into the options menu, I can turn off the CRT filter. I can also turn off the in-game music, although I don't know why some people do that. So without the CRT filter, the graphics do look incredibly clean. And personally, this would be my preference. But basically, when you download the installation of this to run it on your PC, the ADF files that you download, you just have to put into the same local folder as the game, and then just boot it, and it just runs. It's incredibly simple. So this, to me, does feel like the best way to currently play Superfrog. So if you are, like me, somebody who's always been a little bit disappointed by it, I think this is well worth a download. I think it is all round a more playable game in this guise. I think when it comes to the level design on these games, that it just proves that the Team 17 boys were slightly better at designing shoot-em-ups than they were platform games. Because this is the other thing that I don't like about the level design on this game, is that it's too easy to reach sections and get completely stuck because you haven't managed to collect enough coins. So I'm now having to go back through the level to try and find any coins. And I just personally find that very annoying. So let's have a look at what the easy mode looks like with the slightly higher jump. Does that jump higher? No, that jump seems to be identical. Interesting. I jumped higher off the spring. So yeah, I was able to jump all the way up there off the spring, which you wouldn't have been able to do before. So the easy mode will be, with its extra lives and slightly higher jump, will be a good way for anybody who's never finished the game before to see all the levels without using a cheat code. Making sure I collect as many coins over this end of the map as possible this time. That way I don't have to return. There we go! I have enough coins for the exit. And that unlocked an achievement, which is one of the new things that they've also added to the game. So this does now make my way into the special castle. And I do think this new widescreen view does really make Rico Holmes' graphics really stand out. That's a nice short opening level to the castle stage. It's also great how how there is an individual soundtrack for each of the stages, and it's not just the same music throughout the entire game. That was always something that appealed to me about the game, about Superfrog. But yeah, I wholeheartedly approve of this way of remastering old Amiga games, and if Almost There games are going to continue doing it, then I can think of many games that I would like to see them try it with. Fire and Ice and Kid Chaos would be two that I would be interested in seeing. Let me know in the comments which games you'd like them to try and tackle. I will make sure that I put the links in the video description for where you can download the game from, along with the link to the Dream 17 website for where you can get the ADF files as well. As a way of playing Superfrog, this is probably the best that you're going to get. And if you have enjoyed this look at it, please make sure to give us a like and subscribe as well. So thank you very much for watching this first impressions video, and I will see you all very soon. Happy retro gaming, everybody. Bye for now.